don't mean you gotta just be a point guard though either though.
What did he say? His handles is what?
Arguably top 5.
No.
Steph Curry handles?
Yes.
No.
I told you, loosen that bucket. You've been bugging today. What are you talking about?
And then his passing skills, he could pass too.
He could pass, but
no,
top
but let's
5
slow down on the pass.
24 and 8 points and almost 9 dimes.
Look at the numbers, because Steph known to throw that ball around like a bomb and turn it over.
And
I would say that's probably
he'll turn it over.
Like his
and he's giving you 2 steals.
Hold on.
And he's giving you 2 steals.
Mel, how can we say he has a top 5 handle of all time? But I just finished saying Steve Nash at the point. I never seen him get ripped like that. They might body him, but Steph Curry better not hold the ball like that.
For the ball away. When's the last time you seen somebody just go take it from him?
Right, nigga, he don't get booked. Niggas is not booking him and laying it up.
He
might make bad decisions.
I don't remember him being like getting ripped, but he definitely throw that ball around like
he throw that ball away.
Okay, so that's to me, that's a part of decision making and ball handling to me. Maybe not ball handling, but definitely decision making. Okay, cool.
Not ball handling.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not the best. I've never felt like it was top 5. I felt like it was a product of the era.
So what's
I never thought about
what's top 5 you seen?
But hold on. You would have Kyrie Irving as the best ball handler ever.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Steph Curry is nowhere near top 5 greatest handle of all time. That shit is nuts. Get out of here with that.
What?
Yeah,
who's
just not watching.
Isaiah Thomas is up there.
Nuts.
So Terrell Brandon's not a great ball handler because he didn't do any flashy razzle dazzle.
Terrell Brandon was a hell of a ball handler. He ain't Steph Curry with the ball.
Tim Hardaway. Like
you got Ross Strickland.
Hardaway up there too.
You got Ross Strickland. You got Kyrie. You got Steve Nash. You got Kenny Anderson. Remember, we just talking handles. We just talking handles. His handle is not top 5. I'm sorry. I
yes,
can't
it is.
Better handle than that.
That's crazy.
Kenny Anderson got better handles than Steph Curry.
It's easily.
Yeah, Kenny Anderson definitely has a better. See, to me, this is like you have to almost
Van
separate
Exel.
it into 2. You could almost separate it into 2 eras, right?
Suspect,
but you have to separate it like in 2 eras, though.
Curry get that
because
ball
it
up,
changed.
I'll be back.
I agree with what Zach said. I'm sorry, cut y'all off. Curry get that ball up, man. Like I said, I'm not saying he don't have a handle, but when it comes to like legendary handles, Curry is nowhere near in that talk. I'm sorry, I can't.
But that's narrative. That's just because nobody is saying. That's just because a group of people are not saying it. But we watching the game. Steph Curry's handle is
his handle is
with
one
some of the elite.
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't know about top 5 off the top of my head, but it's not crazy to suggest that. I don't think that's crazy at all. No, I would say this though with ball handling, and I think we need to kind of look at the eras.
So when you got Kyrie, AllBall.
Kyrie is the best ball handler I ever seen. Maybe between him and Pistol Pete Maverick.
So Steph Curry is that far from.
Hold on. People may laugh at it, like people may laugh at a Pistol Pete, but he was way ahead of his time as far as if we just talking ball handling skills. Now Curry could probably beat top 10. I just can't put him top 5. I'm sorry, I just can't. But Kyrie for me is number 1. I ain't never seen Kyrie got the ball on the string, man. I'm sorry.
So if you got Kyrie at number 1 and you possibly have Steph in the top 10, you're saying that Kyrie's ball handling skills are that much better than Steph Curry's?
Yo, that's why I asked, because I don't see it. That's exactly why I asked.
Way better?
It's not even close to me.
Yeah, that's I ain't rolling with that.
Please, that's why I asked, just to see where.
I don't. Because again, are we talking? If you're talking handle, right? Just handle. You could throw Pearl in there.
That's a good one.
Throw Magic in there again. You could. I mean, you're not taking the ball from these guys. So like, how are we defining this? You could throw
ahead of Curry.
I didn't say ahead of Curry, but I'm just saying, like, how are we?
All right, Zach. When I say ball handling skills, maybe we misunderstanding some things. When I say ball handling skills, I'm thinking of me being from New York, just seeing how guys is like wizards in just magic with the ball. So I'm just thinking pure handle. Like I said, Steph Curry is not coming down coast to coast, throwing around his back between his legs. Like, he not doing all that.
Yes, he is. What are you watching?
I will argue he does more of that than he does just straight up regular ball.
I don't know what y'all seeing. I'm sorry.
I mean, Steph ain't God, Sham God, but he's going. he can handle the ball on an elite level.
So where's
You can
Sham
share the
God?
screen. We could pull up a highlight of him just dribbling around, going around his back, between his legs. I mean, Jamal Crawford is another one off the top of my head. I mean, we seen Steph handle the, like, that's when he does his most tricks. Is when he catch the ball and he's trying to get away from guys. I'm confused.
We seeing two totally different things. Curry got a good handle, but his handle is not legendary. I'm sorry. I'll put him top 10, but to me, he's not top 5. I'm sorry.
So where's Sham God in this conversation?
Yeah, like
he can't be in it.
Sham God.
You say he can't be in it?
We talking about NBA or we just talking about streetball? We talking anything? I ain't never seen him.
No, we just talking about just straight handles.
Nah. I think we should stick to like start anyone who played in the league.
What do y'all think about Allen Iverson? Where does he rank as far as handle?
He's somewhere up there too.
He's top 15.
I look at Iverson as more as a really good dribbler. I wouldn't say he was a great handle. He had good moves to get his shot.
Big difference.
Right, he had a big difference
between ball handling and handle what the guys were naming. He can dribble really well, but he's not a handler to me. That's not what I think of when I think of Allen Iverson.
What about Jay Will?
Ball handler.
We talking straight handles?
We seen him be playing James.
And we playing we talking handles. I'm putting CP in there too.
Yeah, Jason Kidd. No, good, exact. Jason Kidd, bro.
No, I'm asking. What about Sacramento Kings? Jason Williams.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, I ain't hear y'all. I'm sorry.
Nah, but I like the Kidd one because Kidd wasn't doing all that to separate and get a shot off, but he was doing that to run the team. Yeah, Jason Kidd handle.
Kyrie gets the ball in his hand, and obviously he's trying to get to a spot, but he's looking to embarrass you as well. Steph is trying to get space. He's trying to get space to create a shot. Now, there's a big difference between trying to embarrass the shit out of you and get on the highlight
and try to get my shot off.
I think that's a big difference between but they both got that shit on the string.
So you don't have a preference for your point guard or your guard in general? Go ahead.
There's literally a 17-minute highlight video of Steph dribbling the ball just from last season.
Just from last season.
Highlight video.
So you think? Hold on. So you think they wouldn't?
Just from last season.
You think they wouldn't be one for Tim Hardaway if we had this much videotape on him?
I'm saying that to AllBall to prove a point. Like there's literally
what point? Yeah, like Zach, you saying that doesn't prove a point. That's my opinion. I don't.
You said he doesn't have a handle.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, I wouldn't say that. That's crazy.
I don't want to talk over nobody. I'm just saying my opinion. He's not top 5. Y'all talking about he's that close to Kyrie. My opinion, he don't have it on a string like no Kyrie. He ain't no Pistol Pete. I'm saying strictly handle. No, I disagree with y'all. I'm sorry. The 17 minutes you got, we can have that on a lot of players.
So OG,
I put him in my top 10.
So OG, his handle is average?
No, he's above average, but he's not top 5.
So if all these guys are head and shoulders better than him, and he don't have it on a string like those guys, so he is a Terrell Brandon?
I didn't say nothing about Terrell Brandon.
Well, somebody who said that? Fabian, you quiet now. You brought up Terrell
Fabian said that.
Nah, I'm saying Terrell Brandon, he had a handle. I'm saying like when you say top 5, we think of him because it's a flashy handle, but I don't think that's necessarily the handle that Kyrie's up there. Even Allen Iverson top 15. But I don't think he's head and shoulders above them. He had. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's a gap that he's that far away from them neither.
No, not okay. Let's say a gap, but to say claim him top 5 automatic, nah. Top 5 automatic.
But it's only one. It's only one person. But it's only one person that say that has a gap with him. I didn't say everybody. I said Kyrie Irving. I didn't say everybody else had that big gap. Remember, I just said he's not top 5. I said he's top 10.
But as soon as niggas say Kyrie, who the next person you think?
Okay, so who? All right, I'll throw another name out there. Jamal Crawford.
Handle was crazy.
I think Crawford's up there too.
To me, he's up there, but he would be towards the lower end of the people we talking about right now.
But you think Steph Curry has a better handle than him?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh, then Jamal Crawford?
That's
tough.
He's
That's
not doing
tough.
it for a whole game. Jamal Crawford is coming off the bench and doing it for 15, 20 minutes.
Curry got that.
That's funny.
Having a handle.
Curry got that bitch all the time.
Wait,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
now how long you have the
can't
ball
say.
matters? So how long
He can't. See, yo, see, Zach?
Huh?
See, Zach? Yo, Zach, see? It wasn't.
I fuck with Crawford, J. Cross, man.
Nah, but hold on, yo, Mel, that's the point. You can't 1 minute say he went off the ball, off being a point guard, because he couldn't do that his whole career, and the next minute say he handles the ball the entire game. It can't be both.
All right, and if it's not the entire game, it's more than Jamal Crawford.
I mean, because he's the starter, cool. But I'm talking about when you think of handle, I don't see him above Jamal Crawford like that. Maybe on the same level, but to say top five,
I'm thinking about.
Y'all just don't want to give Curry another accolade. He the best shooter of all time. Now they don't want to put him. They don't want to give him too much. They don't want to give him too much.
All right, hold on. Let me ask. I want this for Zach and Fleet. Give me your thoughts on should Jamal Tinsley and Skip the Malou be in this conversation?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, you other guys. Yeah, Jamal. I call him Jamal Spinsley. Yeah, for sure.
Now it's getting scary.
That's the thing. Nice.
Definitely.
You can have a long list. It comes down to preference. I think all the guys we mentioned have a great case to put them in your top 5, and nobody should be mad at that. It shouldn't sound crazy. Because the handle, those guys, Tinsley is the reason why I wanted to try to develop a spin move. I've never seen nothing like that since like highlights of Earl Monroe, to do those type of spin moves in real games and nobody take the ball from you. Because I was taught that you don't do spin moves like that by the coaches I've had. Right. Like growing up, we was taught you don't do no spin move. Not like that. He was doing it in traffic and not getting the ball.
Jamal was different.
Yeah, like that was like. We can't.
And you gotta remember. And you gotta remember who coached them and saw that in him. Isaiah Thomas.
I love Skip, but Skip can't be in the conversation if you're talking NBA.
Why not?
He didn't
we're talking about handle, not
he didn't
NBA.
show it. He wasn't showing it like that in the league. Let's be real. He was on a leash.
That's.
Wait, so okay, I get it.
Skip. He was one of them. I used to watch him he was not between the legs. Yeah. He was not even doing what Jamal Tinsley was doing. He didn't have the freedom. I didn't say. So I think he kind of adjusted because they was hating on him in the beginning when he first got in the career, but he wasn't really showing it like that. If you watch Skip handles, it's going to be very basic. It's not going. He wasn't.
See, now we finally got to it. So if the handle is basic, it's not a good handle.
No, that.
Yeah, see that I was waiting for someone. That's why I was. Thank you.
No, I can't say that, right? No, I can't say that. The handle, you have a basic handle and still have handle, right?
That's John Stockton all day, right? No, that's John Stockton all day.
The guys we talking about, I feel like
all day.
At the flashy.
You realize that's John Stockton and Gary Payton all day.
Right, John Stockton.
That's Jason Kidd. That's Jason Kidd all day.
Right, that's why I can't. And I don't think Jason Kidd had more handles than Steph, but he up there. One of my favorite point guards that people don't talk about was Andre Miller. He didn't get stripped.
Another one, crazy handle. You're not taking any of the nice spin move.
Right. So the basic, I don't know.
And never made an all-star either.
See, that's the part where I get y'all. That's where you lose me, because that's what I was gonna say. Remember, Steph Curry got to play in this era where you can do all that. You couldn't do that in the 90s, early 2000s. Allen Iverson, you get penalized for that. Like you just said, Skip to my loop.
Hey, Fabian, let's be clear too. This era, I think Kyrie's the perfect blend. That's why I would have him number 1, because he doesn't carry a lot like a lot of guys in this era. But I think people don't understand that, Fabian, how I'm born in 81. So I would say we're the last generation, unless you're just a super creative person, where you had to learn how to dribble with your hand kind of on top of the ball, depending on how you was coached. And it was more about how quick it was, how tight it was, the ball being away from your body. Like Iverson and those guys, Kyrie, the ball away from your body. Like you was taught not to do that coming up if you're in the early 90s and that 80s era where the ball had to be quick, like a Isaiah Thomas, like a Tim Hardaway. And it was more about being shifty with your whole body than using your hand to manipulate the ball. Like that's a completely different thing. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
that's what going back to what you said before, Zach. That's why I like having these conversations with you guys, because I don't watch college ball like that. High school, and all of a sudden it'll be Mel come out of nowhere like, are you kidding me? You don't understand who he was in high school with his hand to stand there. And I'll be like, well, I didn't know. But then you have to dumb down your game when you get to the league. Now we get to record all this because people don't know. Just like this conversation right now is like, once you say Steph is top 5 handles, it ain't because I don't want to give him the credit. He's Steph. He's a god. I'd rather him have the handles, but Kyrie got that already. The top handles ever, shooter ever, whatever it is. I can't say that about Steph. I can't say had the best handles I've ever seen in my life. And to be 4 slots away from it.
New York, even the guys from New York that y'all love, right? Kenny Anderson, close to his body, quick. Sham God, same thing. Booger Smith, I seen Soul in the Hole. The ball is literally, if this is the ground, the ball is like right here. Like it's all tight. It's all.
We mentioned Marbury. If we talking handles, we mentioned
the Pearl. Tight, it's quick. It's just a different era, but I don't know. That's why I said handle could kind of go in so many different directions depending on what you value. If you like Mel, hey, I want to see some sauce. I want to see what you do with the moves. Right. Somebody like me, I think a great handle could be somebody that never gets the ball taken from him and can make a pass to a shooter coming off a curl. Because everybody can't do that.
I might deserve a suspension from YouTube for a day because it took Mel this long to come up with Marbury. How the hell we ain't say Marbury?
No, Marbury and Kobe.
Niggas Kobe. Oh
too.
Man.
Yeah, I got some.
I say it all the time. Bean's handle for his position and how much he had the ball in his hand.
Kobe had his own move. Everybody was trying to. Once he hit the nigga Ben Wallace at the free throw line, everybody was trying to do that.
Hey, Zach, real quick. I didn't want to say Booger because he didn't make it to the league. So, but that what you just said was just legendary. Like I said, I didn't want to say him, but like you said, guys that got it on a string, that's crazy. Gotta put him up there. So I'm glad you gave his props on that one.
I'm gonna always be biased all ball to that generation, just in my opinion, because I think it's harder to move defenses when you can't just carry the ball. I don't care what this generation says. Like what Ed Booger Smith was able to do with that ball, really be carrying the ball, like as a fellow ball handler, like I'd rather have that type of handle because it's a level of skill and precision that the average person is just not gonna have, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I can still watch Soul in the Hole to this day, bro, and want to go grab the ball and go work on my handle because his handle was elite.
Just real quick. Remember, I seen that shit live in action for 2 summers, right?
Damn.
And let me tell you what I seen him. Let me tell y'all what I seen him do. And y'all gotta remember, he jumping off the train, getting right into the game. He get the rebound. When he jump in the air and get the rebound, he jumps in the air, puts it between his legs. Right when he lands, when the defender comes towards him, he 1-2s a pop, and he rolls the ball all the way to the other side of the court. The guy picks it up and lays the ball up. Ain't nobody doing that shit, bro. So yeah, man, like different. But I'm glad you brought that up because, like I said, he ain't make the league. But like I said, when it comes to handles, but Steph is up there. But like you said, it's just so many guys that it's hard to like make a list because everybody's gonna have different. You know what I mean? Nobody's really wrong, but that's gonna be a tough list if somebody like really tries to get it to a T. That's gonna be a tough list to make.
That's tough.
But for me, I guess I think of it because if Steph's handle was a little bit stronger, I think he'd be like a different level, in my opinion. Like if he was like what Kyrie does with the ball, it's not just his long arm; it's the fact that he gets to these spots. It's just amazing. He has a counter with a counter with a counter. I don't see Steph with that.
But shout out to Flea because I think Flea nailed it when he first said it. It's the mentality. Kyrie wants to embarrass you. Steph is just trying to do moves to get to his shot. That's it. It's 2 totally different types of mentalities when it comes to scoring and creativity. And I think that's why you see two different types of players. Being honest, I think Flea knocked it out the park when he said that.
Yeah.
Because he wants to get to a shot. That's it.
If we talking the fundamental basics, I think Tony Parker was very underrated too.
Another one, he
was very underrated with the handles.
Low to the ground.
Right,
super
getting
low
to the hole every trip at will.
But I think that's another thing. I think Kyrie can handle the rock in any possession, any speed, cross you up in any speed, handle the ball any speed. I don't think Steph is like that. I think there's something missing with that. And just like you said with Tony Parker, I don't think Tony Parker could dribble the ball like that at any given time. Nah, he needs a pick.
You gotta understand. Most players don't want to do that. They don't have to. And then you gotta understand where Kyrie from. He's from Jersey. He was raised in the Bronx. Like he's basically like a New York God almost. That's what he loves to do. The other guys probably don't love to do it.
We just brought up Jamal Tinsley. OG just brought up Jamal Tinsley a little while ago, and how much he used to spin with the basketball. Right, we was talking about that move. Tony Parker will be coming at you full speed with the ball in his hand and spin on a 1 foot spin, finish with the left, finish with the right. Like he was like that at full speed ahead, having the basketball going at you. Like,
how we go? We got two more people.
Don't forget Steve Francis.
Another guy,
Baron Davis.
I was gonna say Baron Davis. I was gonna get out of my head, Mel. I was gonna say Baron Davis. I was gonna say Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah,
Gilbert.
Arenas was tough. Arenas was tough. Arenas was like Steph in that way where he's trying to get to his spot. But I think with Steve Francis, it was almost too much. He overdid it.
Steve Francis was like Kyrie. He wanted to embarrass you.
He wants to embarrass you.
Right. He did, but he would. But I think he was an even worse version because he might cross you over, then bring it back, restart the whole crossover. Like he was ridiculous. And he was nice, don't get me wrong, but it was crazy.
Say this though, to show you the difference in ball handling, right? I don't know if Kyrie, I want him being a ball handler, initiating my offense and getting guys going. I don't think he can do that like that. But I don't think Jay Kidd can get the ball on the island and do what Kyrie do either. It just shows you how different these guys are and how they use the handle to best fit their game.
Right.
Hey, I don't think Kyrie could do what some of the other guys can do as far as running the offense. He's so used to getting the ball, having his head down, doing what he do. He might miss the guy coming off the curl or coming off the pin down.
We talking handles. I'm gonna show the Shah some love. My man from Crane, my nigga Will Bynum. That nigga shit was nasty.
Shout out to Thrill, man.
But Bynum made it to the league, right? Detroit or
made it to the league.
But his handle was nasty.
Will Bynum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Thrill.
So shout out to Seth in the chat. Never seen you before. Jay Cruz. Jay Cruz been hitting us up with some. It's attack versus creating space. AI was power move just like Curry. I don't know about just like Curry. You think just like Curry?
In a way, I see what he's saying. Like he's creating moves to get to his shot, like we said earlier.
I respect what Jay Cruz has been saying, so I want to let that slide. And Zach is giving you a cosign, Jay Cruz. You good? And what's up, Danny Barry?
Now I did see Sham God play in 55th in real life, and you could see like Kobe. He had to work with Kobe somehow because it's the same thing.
He did.
Right. See, I didn't even know, but the way he did it, Kobe was the same way, bro. Like I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like,
hold on.
I see Sham as a pro in a workout.
Did we say Van Axel?
Street ball. Yeah, we said Van Axel.
Yeah, but Van Axel, we didn't give him enough love. Nah, Van Axel was crazy.
He had more moves than handles, I think. Like he had a bag of moves, of tricks and shit, but not handles. Like
I didn't see. Okay, but to your point, right? Whatever you want to call it, moves, handles, a combination of the two. I didn't see people rip him like that, and he got to wherever he wanted to.
And Nick played more point guard than people give him credit for. Especially you go back to Cincinnati, his early years with the Lakers in the league. As he gets older, he becomes for sure, 6-man only getting buckets, but early on, he played more point guard than people. I didn't say he played a great efficient point guard, but he played more PG than people give him credit for. It's almost like Ray Allen. We didn't make Ray Allen just to spot up a shooter, that he wasn't a number one guy coming off floppies and giving you everything. Nick Van Exel was more of a point guard than people remember.
Yo, Van Exel, Kobe, Eddie Jones, Shaq, was it Eldon Campbell?
Yep.
Why did they had to get rid of Eddie Jones for Kobe, right? But why not keep Van Exel? He was too much of a loose cannon.
He wanted to be traded.
Yeah, and it was the money. It was the money too, because Nick wanted to be paid like a star. You gotta remember that Laker team in '98, they had 4 All-Stars on that team. So yeah, Eddie gets to go to Charlotte, and they pay him. Kobe is ascending. Shaq got the big bag, and now Nick is the odd man out.
Why I just saw Nick Van Exel talking about Kyrie. Nobody asked him about those practices in 96, 97. Like, that's the stuff. That's what I'm saying about this era. People just don't know what questions to ask. Those have to be the most legendary practices of the 90s. Besides the Bulls.
Kobe said Nick Van Exel is the first guy to kick his ass on that NBA level. He came into practice, and Nick welcomed him, and it was tough.
What he say? He said he welcomed him.
He welcomed him. That, like, he's telling that y'all know the knuckleheads.
Yeah, I knew what episode you was talking about. You said that on
right,
there,
because Darius Miles and Quentin Richardson, their first question for everybody is, who's the first person to bust your ass? And Bean was like, yo, shit, that motherfucking Nick Van Exel was tough. Like,
yup. And he not that far from Chicago. He's from Kenosha, right next to Milwaukee. Well, it's actually
he's
before
in
Milwaukee.
Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, like right across the border.
Yeah,
he's that close to us. He right across the border.
Who that, Don?
Yeah, I just heard. Yo, I was just talking to one of my OGs. He was saying that Nick Van Exel's father and uncle is from Brooklyn.
Word? I didn't know that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
One of my OGs was just one of my OGs was telling me, like, yo, I used to hang out with Nick Van Exel. Yeah, but they didn't like play ball like that. They played ball, but not like that. Like how
and that's
you know what I mean.
You know that's crazy? Because Nick Van Exel was Sebastian Telfair, your favorite player.
Nick Van Exel was really popular here.
I could see that.
That's why he wore 31.
I could see that. What about his handle? What about Basket's handle? We didn't mention him. He played in the league.
He was more moves than handle.
Yeah.
I think he
had moves and handles.
For me, I wouldn't put Baskett up there in terms of his handle.
Because he was quick. That's why. I think people would see it because he was so quick. He was so quick. He just go.
Lamar Odom and Lance might be honorable mention or something.
Yeah.
Yo, Odom was crazy
for his size.
6'10". Yeah.
I mean, that's another.
Yo, here's a question: who has a better handle in their peak, Lamar Odom or Kevin Durant?
I think KD for Odom. I think Odom.
I think KD creates space better.
I'm probably gonna go Kev.
Yeah. Kev,
more shifty.
Lamar Odom actually ran point. Lamar Odom actually ran
that's
point.
The difference right there.
He ran. Lamar Odom actually
handle the ball and keep guys off of him.
I don't know where I'm gonna go this one. I don't know. I'm gonna just.
It's tough. It's tough because like we always talk about responsibilities, right? So Kev responsibility really wasn't to get everybody involved. When he get it, he gonna fuck you up with it.
Right.
Lamar is gonna get it 94 feet, bring it down, try to get Powell, try to find Bean, try to find D-Fish. Like what they was
even before that, what he was doing, he was in LA. The Clippers throwing alleys, and he really a creator. That's what I'm saying.
Running point at 6'11",
right? He was really
6'10".
running point, bro.
Yeah, it was tough. It was true.
That's a different type of responsibility. Even you can't go wrong with either, especially with him being all left mostly, and you know he all left, but you still can't take the ball from him.
I think Lamar may be harder to take the ball from. Honestly, he might be. I feel like I've seen KD get ripped more. But KD, even in that year in Brooklyn where Kyrie was with the whole vaccine thing, Like, I'm not saying KD's some great playmaker, but he was like table setting a good amount that season with Harden.
That's fair, Don. That's fair.
He's gone better
You're
at
right.
that to me. And you know me, I'm not like the biggest on Kevin Durant, but I'll give him his props.
Man, I'm biased though. I ain't gonna lie. Being a lefty, Odom handle was
Odom's lefty
tough, bro.
crazy.
Right.
You're a lefty, Zach?
I play basketball left-handed. I do other things. I write right-handed, but I play basketball left-handed.
I'm always jealous of the people that can do both of these. You do things with both hands.
I seen Zach punch some shit down. I said, "Oh shit, I forgot Zach was a lefty." Okay.
Yeah. Every blue moon.
Was Tiny Archibald one of your idols?
Of course.
Okay,
I was all in on any lefty, bro. All the way back to
Tiny Archibald
and Katino Mobley at Rhode Island. I'm all in on any tight left. Like, I just threw a name that we probably ain't heard in years. That backcourt was nasty.
The original cat. Fuck this cat.
He's one of the reasons.
The original cat.
Yeah.
Like, that backcourt, Tyson Wheeler and Katino Mobley in
and
college.
Katino. Very tough.
Delonte West. I'm team lefty. That any lefty that was nasty, I'm all in.
So let's keep it a band. James Harden for a lefty's handle ain't shabby either.
Crazy.
Oh, it's great. He has a really good handle.
That's the guy I was gonna point to and say he has a great handle, but Iman Shumpert broke down what I've been saying about him. It looks methodical. It looks like he can count his steps, he can count his dribbles and go, okay, we're gonna stop right there, and then what happens?
No, there's one thing I'd say about Harden, and even in like the bubble in his prime, he did that tween cross so many times. Bro, there were so many times he could have just blown by, and he was just doing too much.
But he wasn't getting booked.
He wasn't getting what?
He wasn't getting robbed for his cookies.
But did he have a shot clock violation though?
No, I'm just saying he ends up taking that step back instead of just blowing by dudes. Like, he had a good first step back, man. And he wants to keep doing tween cross.
But what Shumpert explained was why I think he's so much more easily guarded in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When you're playing against top defenses. But as far as just the conversation of handle, his handle was tough.
Definitely.
His handle was tough. Like, it's hard to beat.
Katino Mobley is one of the biggest reasons I am a Clipper fan. He was awesome for us. I love him.
We didn't forget nobody else. I think that's pretty much.
He was a bucket.
Him and Sam Cassell, man. That was a great backcourt with experience. And Cat, he was able to score from all three levels, and he could post up smaller guards. Like, there's not that many dudes in the league that can do all that right now.
I agree.
Posting up smaller guards.
Oh, we did. Me personally, I ain't gonna front. Even though his career he didn't really pan out to how he was supposed to be, Tyreke Evans was wilding the league out on the handle tip.
He was nice.
Tyreke Evans on the handles, he was wild. He was putting
always
Kobe in the blender. He put Ron Artest in the blender. He put Gilbert in the blender. He was wild in the first 1.5 years.
You know, another guy. When you lack a certain motor, for me, that like Tyreke was so talented. One of those we was talking earlier. One of those Magic type size point guard. He wasn't 6'9", but he was a bigger guard,
like 6'6".
Right, but he was a bigger guard at the point guard position. His motor was just so trash.
You think it was his motor? I don't think.
Yo, that was fun.
It was his motor. Then I also think, and this could be me nitpicking, I just felt like him was just all right-handed, and I think better defenders figured that out. Wow. Everything with him is all going right.
Wasn't he a rookie of the year?
He was rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year.
The next year he got hurt. He came back. Isaiah Thomas, the point guard, they tried to put him at the 3.
Yeah, that's
exactly what happened.
You know who has an underrated handle? My boy Darren Williams back in the day.
Oh,
his
snatch was crazy.
He was mixing fools.
His snatch back was crazy. I ain't gonna front.
It's Smith.
Mixing, dude.
It's Smith.
Right, his right to left cross, like left to right to left crossover right in front of you was like, how you not taking this ball? And to me, I wouldn't teach kids to dribble like him because it was so straight up and down.
Who you talking about, Zach?
Darren Williams.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
He hit it quick.
Now you're not getting low with it.
His first 2 years too.
I'm telling you.
Yo, his first 2 years, Melo handle was crazy.
Why do you think it didn't last like that?
I don't know. Remember the DVD? I had the DVD Ankle Breakers.
Yeah.
Which one? Niggas remember that.
Hold on. Is it this one or is it the first one? Hold on.
Right, they got
the second one.
You know,
Melo. He made both of them. I actually came across them DVDs the other week in the basement on accident.
That one.
Baron Davis. Yep.
Yo, put that. Let me see that again.
Ankle Breakers. I had the DVD.
Oh, yeah, I ain't seen that in a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the first one had Marbury on it.